Good morning or good afternoon. This is Dave. This is What's Up Dave, my daily stream where I say hi to my friends on the internet. Today's Wednesday, June 28th, and some kind of construction is going on outside. Let's close this door and see if that improves everything. So what's going on today? It's Wednesday. I'm recovering from last week's big on-site work session here with my cousin Ben doing some grant-related software development. And also yesterday my cat Kate passed away, so it was a rough day. Still feeling it today. A lot of the immediate grief has passed. I spent the day cleaning up after her stuff, and it was sad. But let me just get started talking about some things that I'm doing that's more I guess less traumatic. One of the things was like reorganizing the living room cafe. One thing that had happened on the on-site visit is that this was the first time I think I had a week-long session with someone else in my space. So let me just show you what this looks like again. You're not familiar with it. Here's my two-camera view. Let me move this camera around. So move this thing backwards. Oops. Actually, let me not use this camera, and let me use this other one. Let's go to the NDI monitor. So I'm using my iPhone connected via Wi-Fi, and using some software called NewTek NDI. So here's my space. Here's my desk, and it's not that big. This is maybe 15 feet wide, this section here. Then this room, this whole entire condo first floor is like about 35 feet long. But the key change that I've made was moving these shelf units, this 4-unit calyx and this 2-unit calyx. I split them apart. Before, this used to be all one thing. So like this corridor that's here used to be over there. The advantage that this has is now I can put this couch back into, I can fit it back together and make kind of a big long lie down couch, and I can store some books and stuff over here. Hey kitty. But the main reason for doing that is so like when I was sitting here, or someone's sitting here working at this table, they can lean back over there and see me when I'm working on stuff. Likewise I can see them. And before, like with this longer thing, like I couldn't actually see what Ben was working on. And likewise. So I think this will be a little bit better for co-working. I've tried to clear out some of the space up here so I can look through it. When the desk is in standing desk mode, I can more easily see behind things. And that's really the major change that I've made. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this side here now. Now that I'm gonna probably keep this couch like this. This is nice just for like hanging out and sitting, but that corner there is a little bit awkward now. And I'm not sure what to do with it. And then also, likewise, I think I might put the TV up there once I eventually get a TV. So that might be interesting. Not sure. Not sure what to do about that. So that's the thought that I have going on with that. So otherwise, things are pretty much the same. Just some junk I need to take downstairs. One issue now is like I can't open this door all the way, but actually that's not so bad. You can close this door, get access to the stuff on this side. This is just things like kitchen supply stuff. Tea, coasters, books, my toolbox, this thing that I'm not sure what to do with. And then these things down here, these are excess stationery for printable CEO stuff. I forget what's in here. Oh, these are stationery supplies, like labels and tape and stuff like that. So we'll see how this works. The space doesn't look quite as nice, I think, as it used to. I still need to figure out to do something with this standing thing here, because this is like awkward. I'd like to put a nicer unit there, maybe some kind of corner unit. Right now it's just hiding all the, brooms and things like that. I don't have a space. I also would like to get rid of all these things. maybe find some baskets or something that are about 4 or 5 inches wide, and just so they hide that color a little bit better. That might be nice. So I'll keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Some DVDs I'm going to get rid of, and this stuff needs to go downstairs. But I don't know, it's kind of shaping up. I'm still not sure what to do in this area right now. I mean, this chair could stay here. That could be another table, I suppose. Like, I've got 2 more of those orange tables. I could put one over here. Or maybe a small, rounder one. I'm not sure yet. Or I could, like, expand, like, this storage area so it goes all the way across. And maybe get another Besta unit that goes there. And that might not be so bad. It is nice to have the option of putting a chair over there. So right now this is all very awkward. So that's what things are looking like right now. Let me get out of this. Turn off that. What else? I do have this new pocket watch that I got. Let me just set this up here. And stretch that out. Let me get this set up ready for discussing the next phase of things. Alright, so I'll get to this stuff later. This just looks so weird. It's a little bit more normal looking. Alright, so this is the pocket watch I got. So I saw this at the airport of all places. And it's a little pocket watch that uses some sort of like digital movement. But it's surprisingly nice. I mean, there's a picture of the New Hampshire state, I don't know, motto, live free or die, booyah, and an engraving or something like that of the Old Man of the Mountain, which is, there used to be this rock that was shaped like a man's face, and you can see it kind of in profile there. It fell down a number of years ago, despite the best efforts to preserve it. But this is kind of neat. It was $25, which maybe was like not the best use of money, but I mean, I'm always looking for like little things that I can use as desk accessories, like when I'm doing photo shoots of like forms. So I mean, like if I have that there, and I have a pen, and then I angle this so it looks super cool somehow. Let's see if I can do this. So this is the kind of thing that I'm trying to do with like the photography if I'm taking a picture of something. The emergent task planner. Figure something out. So I have a number of these kind of things, these kind of props that I have sitting around for just this kind of purpose. I should look at this website though to see if they have other stuff. It's www.dutcham.com. Maybe I paid way too much for this. Who knows? There's a grammatical error. Important, they're using its with an apostrophe there. So, I guess, I mean, the way this looks like something that's been mass marketed somehow. It's in Bend, Oregon, though. Maybe it is a real thing. There's some sort of metal process that they can cast these things pretty easily now. So it looks like probably something like this. A precision cast. I don't know if it can replace the battery in this or not, but as a prop, I think this will be nice to have for taking pictures of stuff. Much like this is a cool prop. So let's move on to actual doing work. One of the things that I've been wanting to do is get on with redefining my objective and key results, which are these things. This is the idea between an objective key result or an OKR. What's that noise? Oh, someone's dropping something outside. Is that it combines a high-level goal with a measurable metric. A lot of the times people define the high-level goals, but they don't define the steps in between, or they may define the steps specifically, but they don't include a concrete result. For example, let's say that you wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and so your step might be learn to play a song or something like that. That seems specific enough, but we can be even more specific if you say something like, you know, play for 5 minutes or play a song for 5 minutes. So there's like a count that's there. And the nice thing about having a count is that you either did it or you didn't do it. And you can make the count as easy as possible to just get rolling. And I really like that idea a lot. When I'm doing my Groundhog Day resolutions, I tend to define high-level goals. Let me take a look at see what they are again. If I look at, well, let me pull up Chrome. And let me get, where are my OKRs? In my Docs DS Cowork public directory, which is supporting the virtual co-working room, where we have a bunch of files that everyone can look at. And I can just keep in mind here, just so people can look at them. So, these are the ones for next week. This is the same as this sheet I was just looking at. Last week, development week, got to play some video games, got to see some movies. Ben was on site for the work visit and for having some fun. Spend 15 minutes at looking at Beverly's game group, which I didn't do. Update listings for 75 ETP 50 pads. That's really, I did update them, but I didn't take new photos. Then work on the TPT Junior for a dog Anger, or is it Angers? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Who's a design collaborator supporter on the Patreon. But this week I didn't set any new OKRs because I don't think they've really been working with me. I mean, this format is a nice report, but there's something about this that doesn't mesh with my actual day-to-day planning. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So this is Monday's list. Tuesday is here. Tuesday I didn't do anything because that was the day my cat passed away. So I just wrote rest in peace. It was a lost day. So I should make sure note that this was Tuesday. Oops. Tuesday. Let me move this a little bit out of the way here. It's a little bit easier to look for me. I really should try to figure out a way of stabilizing this. Probably costs a lot more money. So Wednesday, that's today. Let's start filling this out. It says June 28, 2017. It's a Wednesday. And you're going to transcribe these items across. But I'll just make a list here. So that's Beverly's game grid, which I think is going on like 6 weeks or 8 weeks of not doing it. Tick doesn't really have a deadline, but I would like to just get to it. Then this ERA paper review. I started reading it, but I kind of wanted to do a more in-depth one. I think ERA is the name of a conference for learning science. I have a number of papers from some of the researchers that I would like to read and become more familiar with. Static site. So the things that I'm writing down here right now on this list, these really are more of the things that are on my mind immediately. And the OKRs, these are more like plans that are related to something else. These are like maybe medium term. So like the development improvements, this was like an immediate, this was what the general categories are: gaining mastery, frustration reduction, improving well-being, not to be bored or isolated, developing the cool side business, and the aspirational 20 to 24 goals. These I would describe as balance. Balancing, or it contributes, balancing slash or contributes to my sense of balance. And what is it balancing? Balancing versus, I don't know, distraction maybe? Not doing work, other people's agendas. And then how would I characterize these? Let me finish writing these down. These are movies I want to see. Typecon, I think I'm not going to go to that as much as it kills me. Although I have one less sick cat now. So now that's back on the table. I'll leave that there. I had to register hotel. I'm a little bit short in cash though, so I'll have to see about that. I mean, some of these things, like this categories, movies, category of restorative experiences. Slap. Make a note. Movies. Movies, Typecon. These are in the cash breaks from routine. I think that's important. TPT Junior. 2000, 2008, 2009 photos. I did this resume thing already. Make a note here. Ben is on vacation until the 7th. So I'm not going to bug him or his family. Let me write down some stuff here. Here I cleaned out Kate's stuff. Then I finished the living room cafe reorg. This is all in the morning, and then I mopped the floors. Right now I'm doing the What's Up Dave daily review. I was up around, let's say 8, but I fell asleep again, so I'll just say I started actually doing stuff around 10, 12. It's like, what, 1 or 2 o'clock now? It's 1:20. Let's do this up to 3. So this was feeding the cat, the one cat, living room cafe clean, let's see, mopping. Well, yesterday I did go to Goodwill and drop stuff off. At Goodwill, and I also tried the nitro coffee at A&E Roastery. These are just things to get my mind off the cat. Alright, so the question is, so I've kind of planned the day. Now, what do I want to do in order to combine the good parts of OKRs with the ETP planning? I'm not exactly sure what that is, so I'm actually going to write that in here. Okay, review. This is the 28th, right? How to combine OKRs with ETP planning and Groundhog Day resolutions. What do I like about OKRs? They are measured. No, the key results are measured and quantified as a number of things to collect. That you can count and collect. The key results are, let me rewrite this, countable and collectible, producing assets you can use for the next stage or contributes or supports the strategic goal. I already have objectives in the form of Groundhog Day resolutions. These are, at least I think they are, let me double check on this. So if I go to my own site and look up my Groundhog Day resolutions, what the hell? It just took me, that's weird, davidsay.com. Yeah, stupid Google. Productivity tools, investigations, Groundhog Day resolution 17. My last review, what did I say? These are the GHDR goals. Okay, so what I did was I have these GHDR goals. Let me copy these. To the search for mind-blowing productive synergy, running a neat side business, developing creative independence, and pushing on the 10-year goals for 2024. Okay, so let me just paste those back in here. Okay, so those aren't actually the objectives. Ugh, stinking. So those are your, let's number these things for the hell of it. Three, two. Oh, that's weird. Ugh. I can't. Alright, so those are those. I also have the objectives in OKRs, which are, as I have said, they're currently this. They've changed a little bit from before. The hell? Object. Gain mastery through work. What's that question mark come from? Objective 02. Frustration reduction and improved well-being. It's kind of a balance thing. Not be bored or isolated. This is our overlap. Develop cool side business. Then objective of 5 is pursue aspirational 24 goals. So I think what they set this up as, looking at this again, is that these are closely related. These are my strategic goals. And they're strategic in the sense that I think these would be better. But they're not completed. Goals that have a set completion for self-improvement, let's say. And I also have objectives on which are, these are forms of interpretations of my strategic goals. Above. And so, for something like the search for mind-blowing productive synergy, these, I would say that this is actually related to GHDR 01. This is also related to, no, Not being bored or isolated. This is also related to GHDR01. Develop a cool side business is GHDR. This is actually sort of two things. No, it's actually not. Develop cool side business brand and identity. GHDR3, which is develop creative independence, is let's see, model and or financially make money from cool side business. So that's making money. This is actually related to two. It's frustration reduction and improved well-being. These are separate. Well, although this one technically is GHDR04. I'm not sure if I still want to pursue these 10-year goals. So where does this one come out? This is a self-care one. So we have two GHDR01s. We've split off the identity. We've created cool side business into two things. So what does this mean? So these are the top level objectives, and then on top of this, we have our daily abilities. This is where juggling our aspirations, or juggling my aspirations, with more immediate billable project work and social responsibilities. And so let's note these. Responsibility. That's the STEP project. Responsibility. There's viewing or monitoring legacy client server, which I'm helping out with. Then there is responsibility, paying the bills, responsibility, running the virtual co-working chat room, responsibility, maintaining the Patreon presence, responsibility, doing the daily live streams, responsibility, taking care of the cat, medical needs, responsibility. Starting to see what the problem is. What else am I missing? These are like the daily type things. What am I missing in here? Handling emergencies, I suppose. Responsibility, monitoring social media. So these are things that are on my mind. Oh, responsibility. Cleaning cat box. Cat's needs. Litter, food, medicine. This monitoring social media isn't exactly or responsibility, but it's something that's related to some of these things above. What am I doing? Paying bills, managing cash flow, co-working chat, maintain presence, doing the daily live streams on YouTube. What else am I missing? Oh, cleaning the house, keeping the house clean and swept so it doesn't smell. There's something else here. Feeding self, doing laundry. So these are like the minimum things I have to do. And so I have this list of things that I'm trying to balance. So how do I juggle all these things? And what I'm missing is, well, there are fixed tasks that I have to expend energy on. I hate doing these kinds of tasks unless they are producing something new, like Patreon stuff. Or there are three mindsets, I think, to tackle the list. This is the novelty. So there are three mindsets, I think, to tackle the list of things. I think there's there's kind of like the future goals, future self improvement, achievable goals, or what's the term for it? These are completion goals. There's also scheduling or selecting and scheduling the work on aspirational work, social, community development, and necessary chores with doing billable work. So these are the three things I'm juggling. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, crap. Why do people still use rich text editors? Because they suck so badly. This is what I'm juggling. Alright, so I think this is good enough for now. I don't have an answer, but I'll think about this for the rest of the day. In the meantime, what I want to do is just get moving on some work. So let me make a note here on this sheet that I've actually started consolidate or start review of the OKR methodology. So tomorrow I want to look at that. Tomorrow I won't be able to get to it until later because tomorrow is actually I'm going out to take photos with a friend of mine at 9. I don't think that'll be all day, so I'll probably hit that in the end of the day. So no, it's only 2 o'clock now or so. So what can I do for the rest of the day? I mean, here's the short-term goals. Then here on this sheet over here, I've got. Let me make a copy of this. Copy this. Make a new file. I should have done it here. Try to paste this. Is that one page? Let's print this. So let me just go downstairs and get that. And then we can review it again. Should be printing. I don't see a confirmation for it. I hear something rattling downstairs. I'll be right back. Heading downstairs. Going to the printer. There's nothing's happening. This thing has been not waking up. Wake up. Wake up. Did it not print? I don't think I saw the print dialog. Did I? Thought I did. Print, you piece of crap. There it goes. Damn, I should probably not have these here. Alright. So what I can do with this list is I can contemplate this. Then back upstairs. Alright, so we got that. That's the printout. So I'll put this with here. Combine these together Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm suspending OKRs this week. Let me put this in that folder. So where's my folder? It's here now. This is weird. That's not Oxcam. No, that's Oxcam. Put this right here. These are the reviews. I should put this here. Ugh. This mouse is driving me nuts. This should be here. Alright, that's all stored. Put this back over here. I should dig out the arc binder punch. Try using the arc system again. Alright, so that's the plan for today. Not a whole lot got done, but look, I'm looking at the back of my head. I should go get a haircut. Could really use that. For the rest of the day, I'm not sure what to do. I should just choose something. Time to go see a movie. I think maybe I might need something that's. Maybe I need the project list. Let me make a note here. How does Fruit Orchard play into this? And how about project management? Project continuity, I should say. I've lost that. Because I've only really had a few things to work on, which is like the grant work. And then there's also managing frustration. And that's the psychological aspect of the system I need to review. What's acceptable progress, or accepting rate of progress. I think those are the issues I think I need to think about with regard to this whole system. So at the end of that, maybe I'll have something new to look at. In the meantime, on this is my schedule for the project. The bulk of the paying work right now. And it is the week of June 26th, which is here. What I think I'm going to do is start video server, which means integrate foreign code. And if I can start doing that today, that'll be good. I need to view the Trello list. This is a vacation week, sort of. So I'm not really that concerned about getting a whole lot done, but I would like to get that stuff moving. Oh, there's another request. There is a add UDB diagnostics. Just to confirm that network connections are working in our code so other people don't have to wonder. This is what my OKR GHDR remix. Alright, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Kind of a long and boring one, but this is how I redesign my systems. I start by listing a whole bunch of stuff, pondering what things are, and just kind of sitting on it for a bit. Over the next few days, something will probably rattle loose, and I might have some more clarity moving forward. But I'll likely be writing about this in the chat room. It seems that the chat room has become my blog. You know, so if you haven't seen this in a while, this is what it looks like. This is the virtual co-working chat that we're running. I'm running a server on Discord. If you go to davidsay.com/virtual-coworking, you'll see the information about this. Right now in my Dave lab, which is where I share stuff with regulars and patrons who are supporting me on Patreon, supporting my design work. But the accountability forum is where we would talk about OKRs, or Lyceum, which is where we're talking about things that just are on our mind. How are we doing this? What are some approaches that people have used for tackling whatever problem happens to be on their mind? You know, that kind of stuff. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I am going to count out to 10, and hopefully this doesn't cut the end off of the video. So have a productive day. I think I can stop us now.